Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, back again. Palace versus Arsenal preview. Let's get straight into it. Now, the table is going to fluctuate because obviously we play last on Thursday. You got people playing on Wednesday. You got people playing now at 3 o'clock. You got people doing whatever they're doing in it. But at the time of grabbing the information and making this vid, it's 6th versus 16th. Day 6, 16th. We 6, 6th. A point of top 4. Point separating us, Spurs and Liverpool. Obviously, Spurs, you've seen Harry Kane go grab that hat-trick. So now it's already changed. And I was watching that. So like I said, the table's fluctuating. It's been fluctuating. We don't need to get hung up on that. If Palace win, and again, I haven't seen the table, but I believe at the time of getting the information again, they can creep up to something about third, something like 13th, depending on results. I actually have it written down, but at the time of writing this again, Spurs versus Southampton, you'd expect, because of the form Southampton are in, Spurs to dominate them, and that's what we saw. Burnley play United. They had a wobble against Spurs last week. You'd expect United to win. It won't be easy like it wasn't against Spurs, even though the result on paper looks so. Yeah, you'd expect United to still get over that, to be honest with you. Liverpool got Swansea. Now, I hope Swansea does a madness, but you'd expect, like Spurs, you'd expect Liverpool to go and win that game comfortably because of the form Swansea are in, and just Liverpool are terrific going forward and stuff like that. So yeah, we need to take our points. Two teams that I've listed that were going through for one spot are expected to batter their sides. We need to win this. On paper, because we're higher, we should be winning this, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and you've seen my videos from last year, so again, you guys know I never tell no lies. I've never been confident about Palace away, not necessarily because they're a good side. I really like their stadium. It's a tiny ass stadium. Their fans are some of the best in the Premier League. They get it rocking, and they always, just some reason, regardless of the players, they seem to always make it hard for us. I remember when Ozil and Giroud scored that banger, bailed us out of jail. Gnabry away had to do a madness this season before that to get us 3 points. Obviously, you remember what happened to us last year against them, failing to mark at set pieces. And along with West Brom and the Liverpool games and all the other games we got battered up in, Palace was the worst one for me, car. It just, everything attached to it just shows how much we fell. They battered us 3-0 and they deserve to win. We need to make sure that doesn't happen. And you can guarantee if we don't win, or regardless, Wenger's going to say there's still a mental scar, there's mental block from last year. I mean, the man is still saying stuff about the Manchester United game at the Emirates. That was like 6-7 games ago. I might be exaggerating in that. But yeah, we need to just do our job. I believe we've got West Brom on New Year's Eve, and then after that we've got Chelsea. I'll review our fixtures in the new year in another vid. But yeah, we need to win our games to have any hope of the top 4. We need to do our thing. Palace were getting battered all season, and they've patterned up recent weeks. I was impressed with their win against Claude Puel's Leicester side, who were playing very well. You saw them get a point against Liverpool. You've seen how Mahrez and Vardy and Gray are playing a resurgence under the new manager. They're doing their thing. They grabbed the wins against Watford, as well as a 3-0 against Leicester. And considering Palace's away form is shaky, you have to rate them for that. You can bet your life regardless of the form. It goes out the window when any side plays us, but you can bet your life, especially the midfielders. There's going to be commitment. There's going to be fight. They can't match us for football. They can't match us for play. But what they can match us for is spirit, commitment, and fight. And with their fans behind them, you can guarantee that's what we're going to get under the lights as well. It's going to be a real dogfight. I'd love to go out there and batter them initially in the early things, but they're going to make us work for the 3 points. Of course, I hope to be wrong. We need to watch the early crosses. Like last year, we didn't watch the early crosses. Townsend loves getting out of his feet and whipping it. So did the others. The midfielders, McCarthy, Kabay, they're all a bit poorish now, but they're gonna match us. You can bet they're gonna be running their socks off. They're gonna try and dominate us and things like that. We need to be up for it. It's a big game, so you can bet your life they're gonna be up for it against us, man. They're at their place as well. Zaha, these are the games he seems to love. We need to double up against him. We know he's very positive and he loves to have a goal. And if Maitland-Niles is playing left back, I know he did very well against Salah, but he's gonna have another challenge. Long term, that's gonna help his education as well. So yeah, man. Team news, there's not that much team news. We know we're missing out on Giroud, Ramsey, and obviously Santi. Mustafi's a bit in and out. Monreal's allegedly got a hamstring problem or some groin problem or something, so he's definitely going to be out. Benteke's back from his ban. You can bet he's going to get his shooting boots on when we face them. I mean, you saw what he did to Gabriel. Sakho's out as well. Sakho comes in, I believe, because someone's out. I'm pretty sure Sakho's in. His fitness is 50-50. Ward's is 50-50 as well, /out. So yeah, man. Like, we only need... I back us. If we take a 1-goal lead, I think we'll be able to hold that, because Palace are they're not really that prolific in front of goal. But we can't just rely on that. I think Zaha's their top goal scorer with 4 goals, and after that, it only goes worse. So yeah, For goals, they're also 16th as well. And the only teams behind them are Bournemouth, struggling to score goals because of their front men. Brighton, rumours they're signing Dembele, got problems as well. West Brom and Swansea the same. So they're not prolific. It will be typical Arsenal to concede against this side and let them ship a couple. But this just shows you if we can get a couple early on, silence the crowd, floodgates can open. Of course, again, it's Arsenal. So this is all with a pinch of salt. But yeah, man. They've only had 4 wins all season. Last year they had 12. The only saving grace is other teams have been as poor as have been worse with them, and that's allowed them to move up the table and try and avoid relegation and get the illustrious 40 points, which I'm sure they want. They've Yeah, man, they had 12 last year, they had 4 this year. So, yeah, there's 2 poor defences going at it for different reasons. Of course, our defence is dramatically better than Palace's, without a doubt. We've got 9 clean sheets and they've only kept 3. Last year, they had around 7 or something. So that shows you they're near enough going to get them numbers. They conceded 63 for the whole of last year. They've already conceded 29/30, one of the 2 already. So they've just conceded, my maths isn't good, but we might as well just call it half. Of course, it's not exactly half, but is basically half. So that shows you we can get some goals if man actually want to be serious. Alexis Sanchez, you scored against Liverpool. You did something in a big game for a while, but this is you could stat paddle a bit. If this was Kane and them man there, they'll be stat padding against Palace. This is your chance. We need a convincing game from him, to be honest with you. Our waveform has been shaky, to say the least. That's a compliment. Like, Palace are high on confidence. It's a long time ago, but we actually lost more recently than them. I believe they've been on a 7-8 game run without losing. They've got around they've not lost in 6-7 games, man. They've got 4 draws, 2 wins. So yeah, we've lost more recently than them. So we need to turn up. We need to win this. We're going against Hodgson, for God's sake. So let's win this. The lineup I'll go with: 4 at the back, checking goal. Maitland-Niles move over to the right hand side. I want to see my boy Kohler come back into the side at left back. Koscielny, you need to fix up. We'll forget last game. You've had a good season. We have bad games. You had a bad game against United and you were terrible against Liverpool. But you stand up to be counted and you move on. Mustafi, start the man. Play him at his position in centre-half. So the back 5, Cech, Maitland-Niles, Kohler, Mustafi in Mustafi and Koscielny at centre-half. Midfield, Xhaka and Wilshere, because we ain't got no one else. There's also scope to bring Coquelin in. But yeah, I'm going with Xhaka, Wilshere. At the 10 role, Mesut Ozil, of course. Left wing, Alexis Sanchez. Up front, Lacazette. And do you know what? I'm actually going to go over Welby again, you know. Welby didn't have the best of games, but I'm going to go with him because of how we like to play football. I don't believe Welbs hasn't had a good season at all when he's got chances. Theo is still waiting. There's also scope to give Theo a start, I guess. But yeah, there's also scope to move Ozil out there and bring Coquelin inside and have a bit of a rigid and dynamic midfield and committed midfield and stuff like that. But who knows? So to recap, checking goal, Maitland-Niles right back, left back Kohler, centre half Koscielny and Mustafi. Midfield, we've got a trio of Mesut Ozil, my guy, I love the guy, Coco Beto and Patty. Xhaka, my guy as well. Jack Wilshere, the reason I make these vids. Iwobi, Lacazette and Alexis Sanchez up front, 4-3-3. Guys, Tolu Laguna, it's been a pleasure previewing the game. I hope we win, of course. Fingers crossed. Yeah, man, Happy New Year, and I hope you had a good Christmas. Guys, DG, I'm out. Thank you very much. Subscribe, follow me on my socials. Hit me up, man. I'm out.